What's up, guys? Welcome to this 40-minute full body workout. Way back when, in the very beginning, when I first started working out, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I ended up doing a lot of things I shouldn't have, whether that be an exercise that wasn't effective, one that wasn't safe, or a good exercise, but I didn't have the right form. I've learned a lot through the years, and today I'm bringing you a full body, low impact, beginner-friendly workout that will help make you the strongest, fittest version of you. Without further ado, let's begin. So we're going to begin with a warm-up, and we're going to kick these stretches off with a lunge stretch. So get in a nice lunge position so that your knee isn't going past your toes. Keep it directly above. Keep one hand on the ground and extend the other to the ceiling. Feel a nice stretch there. Whenever you're ready, switch arms. You want your back leg straight and sink down into your hips. You should feel a good stretch in your hip flexor, possibly also in your opposite glute, as well as along your side. We're going to do the same thing on the other leg, so switch feet, bring one arm up, keep that back leg straight, and sink down into your hips. Go ahead and switch sides. Awesome job. Now we're going to go into a pigeon. So you're bending your front leg, keep your back leg straight behind you, and sink down, try to get your glutes on the ground. So I'm starting with my right leg in front. I'm trying to get my right hip down to the ground and also push that left one down as well. If you want, do a little bit of a twist. So if your right leg is in front, twist to the right side. If your left leg is in front, twist to the left. Go ahead and switch sides. Same thing on the other leg. Just starting with some nice, easy stretching, especially stretching out those hip flexors because they're overactive in a lot of the population, and starting to get that blood flowing. Alright, go ahead and stand up. We're going to do some body weight squats. Bring your hands in front of you as you squat so you can sit back a little bit further in the squat and get as low as you can. Awesome job with that. Now bring your arms wide in a jumping jack position, or I like to call it a starfish. And you're going to reach one hand down, keep your legs straight, and touch your opposite toe. Keep alternating back and forth. Great job, and now we're going to move into fence step overs. So pretend there's an invisible fence, and you want to step all the way over it. This is great for hip mobility. One leg and then the other, back and forth. Great job, and now we're going to finish with a step crunch. So starting with your feet about hip width apart, hands behind your head, and crunch up, one elbow to your opposite knee. This is our last warm-up, and then we'll get started with the workout. Alright, great job with that, guys. We're going to dive right in. We're going to start with another squat, and we're going to use our resistance band for this one. So place that just above your knees, and same as before, bring your arms out in front of you and sink as low into the squat as you can. We're doing this one for 60 seconds. We've got 3 rounds of each exercise and 3 or 4 exercises in each set. Great job with that squat. We're going straight from this into our next exercise. It's going to be a band pull. So grab one of your long resistance bands. You're going to take an overhand grip. Keep your arms mostly straight. The elbow should be straight but soft. And just pull it apart. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. This should be a slow and controlled motion, so don't try to go as quickly as you can. Take your time and really feel that contraction between your shoulder blades. Also make sure that you're keeping your wrists straight. Don't let them collapse. So a nice straight line from your arm all the way down to that first knuckle. Okay, great job with that. And our last exercise in this set is going to be plank shoulder taps. So get in a nice straight plank position. Bring your feet a little bit wider than you would in a normal plank, and that'll help keep you stable. You want as minimal swaying as possible in your hips. So no side to side movement. Try to stay totally square and tap one hand to the opposite shoulder. Alright, you're doing great. That's the end of round 1. We're going to do this set 2 more times before moving on to our next set. So take a short rest, 30 seconds here, and then we're going to start again with the banded squat. Here we go. Arms in front of you as you squat down. Get as low as you can. Try to get the tops of your thighs parallel to the ground. Also push your knees out as you go down because you're using that resistance band, and you want to make sure that your knees stay directly over your toes, not caving in. Great job with that. Moving from there into the band pull, so grab that long resistance band, take that overhand grip, keep your elbows straight but soft, don't lock them out, and squeeze your shoulder blades together, pulling the band all the way back towards your chest. Make sure that you keep your shoulders down. You don't want to raise them up and activate your traps too much. So try to keep your neck and the tops of your shoulders relaxed, just squeezing between your shoulder blades. And we're going to finish off round 2 with those plank shoulder taps. So a nice wide stance with the feet, flat plank, and try to keep your hips and shoulders square, not swaying too much side to side. Take another 30-second rest, and then we'll do the set one more time. Starting with the banded squat, here we go. Remember to push your knees out as you squat down, keeping them directly over your toes. That's super important to keep your knees safe. Great job, back to the band pull. Overhand grip and squeeze your shoulder blades together. The band should hit about the middle of your chest. And remember to keep your shoulders down. Don't bunch them up by your neck. That's just going to be unnecessary tension. Stay nice and relaxed. Awesome job. Just one more time with the plank shoulder taps, and then we'll be done with this set. So 60 seconds here, wide stance with the feet. Make sure that your back doesn't sink towards the ground. Keep your abs super tight. All right, good job with that. Take another 30-second rest, and then we'll start with our next set. The first exercise in our next set is going to be banded glute bridges. So grab that short round resistance band again and put it just above your knees. You're going to lie down on the ground, get a wide stance with your feet, and drive through your heels. Push your hips up as high as they can, squeeze your glutes, and while you're pushing up, also push your knees out so they stay in line with the rest of your leg. Come down, we're going up and down like this for a minute. Hips push up as your knees push out, and then lower slowly back to the ground. Make sure you're driving through your heels too. You should be able to lift your toes off of the ground. If that's not the case, just move your feet slightly away from your body. All right, continuing with our posterior chain exercise, we're going to do a Superman next. So go ahead and take that band off and lie down flat on your stomach. Then lift everything except your hips off of the ground. Get up as high as you can. Bend your back. Your lower, middle, and upper back should all be helping pull you further off of the ground. Your legs should be up as well. Keep them straight and keep your feet together. So you have to use your glutes for this too. You're doing great so far. You just have a few more seconds left. Make sure that you're squeezing everything, pulling everything as high as you can off the ground. Focus on contracting all of those muscles in your back, in your glutes, in your hamstrings. Great job. And now we're going to move into our last exercise, a front and lateral raise. So grab those dumbbells, raise them up in front of you, and then out to the side. Keep your abs super tight, ribcage tucked in. You shouldn't be leaning back at all. If anything, during the front raise, lean forward. That way you'll make sure that your back is safe and you're doing the exercise properly. Almost finished with this round. Great job with that. Take a 30-second rest, and then we'll start this set again from the beginning. Okay, get ready for round 2. We're starting again with the banded glute bridges. Put that band directly above your knees, lie down on your back, make sure that you're driving through your heels as you push your hips high up and your knees far out, as much as you can, and then back to the ground, and again. Great job. Go ahead and take that band off, lie on your stomach, and we're going into our Superman. Arms and legs off the ground, try to pull everything up. All of your back muscles should be working, glutes and hamstrings. Feet are together, legs straight. If this gets too difficult at any point, you can bring your arms out to the side or even behind you and hold it there, but try to keep them in front of you if you can. Awesome job. And then we're finishing round 2 with that front and lateral raise. So grab those dumbbells, raise them up in front, keep your rib cage tucked in, your abs tight, and then out to the side. No leaning back here. Keep your back safe. Use your core, use your shoulders. You got this. Awesome job. That's the end of round 2. Take another 30 seconds rest, and we'll do this one more time. Okay, starting again with the banded glute bridges. Take a wide stance with your feet so you can push your knees out as you push your hips up. Driving through your heels, toes off the ground. Great job, done with that one. Last minute of Superman. Lying on your stomach, bring your arms and legs up off the ground, feet together, legs straight, pulling yourself up as much as you can. Try to get only your hips on the ground. I know this one's especially difficult to do after the glute bridges because you're using your glutes in this too. I was feeling the burn a lot, but this is the last set. You got this. Stay strong. Great job, and we're finishing off with those front and lateral raises. Keeping the rib cage tucked in, leaning forward slightly in the front raise to protect your back. Awesome job with all of that. Our next set is going to be a little bit more high intensity. It's going to still be low impact, so don't worry, but you will start to feel the burn on this. So we're going to begin with a squat pulse. This is going to be body weight. Get your arms in front of you so you can sit back in the squat. And you're going to go all the way down as deep as you can into a squat and then just halfway up. So you're keeping your knees bent. Your legs are working the entire time. We're going to do a full minute here and then we'll rest for 30 seconds before we get into the next exercise. So give it your all in this. Halfway through, it really started to burn for me. Let me know how you were feeling in the comments. Just a few more seconds here. Keep it up. I know it burns. Awesome job. That was so good. Take a 30-second rest, and then we'll get into our next exercise. Next up, we have an inchworm. So you're going to start in a standing position, bring your hands down to the ground, walk them out so you're in a flat plank position, and then walk them back in towards your feet and stand back up. Keep your back totally flat for this, so you can bend your knees slightly as you bring your hands to the ground, but keep your legs as straight as you can too. Make sure you're coming all the way into that plank position, hips down, nice and flat, straight line from head to toe, before walking your hands back. Great job with that. Go ahead and rest for another 30. Our last two exercises in this set are going to be a reverse lunge up to a balance. So we're going to do it all on one side, then rest for 30, and then do it on the other side. So I'm starting with my right leg. Start with whichever leg is the weaker side, or whichever one's more comfortable for you. Take a big step backwards. Keep your nose over your toes. So lean forward. Most of your weight should be centered in that front leg. Bring your back leg all the way down to the ground, and then come up and balance on that right leg. This is a lot on the balance. I like to move my arms in the opposite motion of my legs, just like how you do when you're walking. That helps me balance. Great job. Take a rest, then we'll do the same thing on the other side to finish out this set. Alright, same thing on the left leg. Big step back with the right foot, nose over your toes, weight centered in that front leg, and then come up and balance on the left leg. Awesome job. That was round one. We're going to do this set 2 more times, and that'll be the bulk of the workout. So starting again with the squat pulse. Just body weight. Make sure when you squat back, your knees stay over your toes, and going all the way down in that squat and just halfway up. You're almost done with this one, just a few more seconds. And yes, I know it burns, but keep going, stay strong. You're almost done. Great job, take a rest. Alright, inchworm is up next, so start in that standing position, then walk your hands out to a perfectly flat plank, then walk your hands back in and stand up. Try to keep your back flat the entire time, even while bringing your hands down to the ground and standing back up. Good job, rest for 30. Next up is the reverse lunge to balance. So I like to start on the opposite leg this time, but do whatever works for you. Big step backwards, and then come up and balance on that leg, all on one side, then we'll switch. Make sure you're stepping back far enough that your front knee isn't going past your toes. So big step backwards. Back knee to the ground, keep your weight forward, nose over your toes. Good job, rest, and we'll do the other side. Awesome job. You're done with round 2. Just one more set, starting again with the squat pulse after this break. Okay, last round, give it your all on this squat pulse. I know it's gonna burn, but this is the last one, so go all out. Alright, just a few more seconds of this one. Keep it up. You're almost done. Stay strong. Keep going. And time. Awesome job with that. Way to persevere, way to stick through and see it through to the end. Take a well-deserved 30-second rest, and then we'll do our last set of the inchworm. Alright, get ready, bring your arms down to the ground, walk out into a plank position, nice flat back, and then bring your hands back in. Great job, finish with that one. 30 seconds, and then our last set of reverse lunges to balance. Remember, big step back, nose over your toes, and then up, balancing on that one leg. Straight into the next rep. Great job, 30 seconds, then we'll finish with the other side. Amazing job. We're going straight into abs now. We have 3 minutes of abs. We're just going to do each exercise back to back. So we're going to start with scissor kicks. Get on the ground. Make sure that your back stays in contact with the ground. And you're bringing your legs side to side, bringing one foot over the other, and then back out, and then the other foot over the other. If this is too difficult and your lower back is lifting up off the ground, bring your legs a little bit higher and just make sure that your back stays down. As you progress, you can work on getting your legs lower and lower towards the ground. But for now, just make sure you stay safe, make sure that back is in contact with the ground. Awesome job. We're going straight into a side plank hip abduction. So get on your side, on your elbow or your hand, whichever you prefer. I prefer my elbow, and bend your bottom leg so you're on your knee. Come up into a side plank and then back down so your hip touches the ground. Just going up and down like this. 45 seconds on this side, and then we'll switch and do the other side. Make sure you keep space between your shoulder blades, so keep your shoulders down and push the ground away from you. Don't let yourself sink into that shoulder. This is a nice strong position, everything pushing, resisting gravity. Awesome job on that side. Let's go ahead and switch. Same thing, other side. Bottom leg is bent, so you're on your knee, and that bottom leg is doing almost all of the work. The top leg, really, you could lift off the ground if you wanted to. That one shouldn't be contributing very much. Alright, just a few more seconds of this one, and then we're going straight into the dead bug. So for the dead bug, go ahead and lie down on your back, arms and legs in the air, like a dead bug, and then extend your arms and one leg out and back in, alternating legs each time. Again, make sure that your lower back stays in contact with the ground the entire time. That's super important. And use your abs to keep it down. This is the last 45 seconds of the entire workout, and then we're gonna finish with a stretch. So you've been doing so good so far. I'm very proud of you. Way to make it through up to this point. If you like this video, go ahead and check out some of my other full body workouts. Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and hit that notification button so you never miss whenever I upload a new workout. Okay, great job with those abs. Let's start with the cool down. So bring one arm across the other and pull so you feel a stretch between your shoulder blade. I like to roll my head back and forth as well for an extra stretch. Go ahead and switch arms. Same thing on the other side. Pull your shoulders so that you feel that stretch between your shoulder blades, that same part that we worked out in the band pull, and roll your neck down and to the side. Good job. Let's stretch out those triceps. Bring one arm over your head, bend the elbow, and grab your elbow with the opposite hand. This one just needs a little stretch, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but if you feel like yours are tight, feel free to pause the video, spend extra time stretching out those triceps. Alright, clasp your hands behind your back and bend forward. Keep your legs straight and push your arms out over your head as far forward as they can go. This one's great for stretching out your chest, as well as your hamstrings, your entire posterior chain, really. All right, we're gonna go back to the lunge stretch because this one's great to do before and after a workout. This is a nice active stretch, so get in that deep lunge and lift one hand up towards the ceiling. Keep that back leg straight, sink those hips toward the ground. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and switch arms, but keep that same leg in front for now. Make sure your knee isn't extending past your toes as well. You want to keep it directly above, so get a very, very wide lunge. Sink down as far as you can, and remember that back leg should be straight. Go ahead and switch legs. And one more time, switching arms, sinking down towards the ground, feeling that good stretch in the front of your leg, in that hip flexor, maybe in that quad, also on the opposite side in your glute, and along the side of your body. Great job going back into the pigeon, another great one to do before and after you work out. Stretching out those hip flexors and glutes. Try to get both hips as close to the ground as you can and keep them square. That's going to give you the best stretch. Back leg is straight behind you, and you can go ahead and twist a little bit to the side of whatever leg is in front. So my right leg is in front here. I'm going to twist a little bit to the right side for a deeper stretch. Go ahead and switch legs, same thing here. Try to get those hips down to the ground, twist a little bit to the left side, and feel a really good stretch in your glute and in the opposite hip. All right, bring your legs out wide to either side, straight out. You're going to turn your body towards one leg, grab your leg, and bend down as close to the ground as you can. Try to get your nose to your knee. Good job. We're going to do the other side now. So turn to the other leg, fold forward, and try to get as close to your leg as you can. Feel that nice stretch in the back of your legs and on the inside of your legs as well. All right, see if you can scoot forward a little bit more. Try to get as much into a straddle split as you can. Make sure that both knees are facing towards the ceiling and not caving in at all. That'll give you a better stretch here as well. And this is where we're gonna end. So awesome job. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you got a great workout, and I'll see you next time.